Hi, viewers. You are welcome to Mbori Grace Services Nigeria Limited channel. We are here to satisfy you. Today we are discussing an important topic in our training today. We are looking at what? Solar charge controller. Solar charge controller. Solar charge controller, this is an electronics device that regulates the voltage and current coming from the solar panel to the battery, ensuring that the battery receives safe and manageable electricity. And in this manageable flow of electricity that the battery will receive makes the battery to last long. And not only that, there are some things that we put into consideration when it comes to solar charge controller. Solar charge controller, it manages the current flow by detecting the specific voltage set point, at which point it adjusts the charging rate accordingly. Now, this is what solar charge controller. We have two major types of solar charge controller. Two major types of solar charge controller. Number one, MPPT. MPPT, solar charge controller. MPPT solar charge controller is called maximum power point tracking. This is a charge controller that you will use for a larger installations. This is a charge controller that you use for a bigger installation that you want excellent results. That is why it's called maximum power point tracking. It will track the maximum power from the sun and feed it to the battery to charge the battery. So you utilize the maximum power energy from the sun. Now, we now talk about the maximum power tracking. As you see, this is one product, this another product, Felicity product. This MPPT solar charge controller. The number two is what? PWM. This is another version of PWM solar charge controller. As you can see, PWM solar charge controller is called pulse width modulation. It has a specific voltage it receives from the sun and give it to the battery. Therefore, it's good when you are doing a small installation, you can use pulse width modulation, PWM charge controller. Now, we are looking at the 4 stages of the voltage set point of charging in an inverter system. 4 stages. Number 1 is full charge. And in this full charge, we look at it when the battery is empty. When the current from the sun comes to the charge controller will identify that, okay, this battery needs more energy. It will take more energy from the panel and feed it to the battery. It flows just like you empty drum and you are using a bucket to fetch water and pour inside. You can use a full bucket and pour inside. Why? Because the drum can accommodate it. But the moment the drum is now getting to half, you now see that is where you reach pulse width modulation. Pulse width modulation, PWM regulation. Then the charge controller will automatically adjust to reduce the e-flow current so that the battery can get stabilized with it and charge properly. Number 3 is float charging. Number 4 is equalization stages. Now, before we do the explanation of all this, we want to look at the additional advantages of solar charge controller. Number 1, solar charge controller has a blocking diode. It's commonly included to prevent the battery from discharging back into the solar panel at night. That if the non-returning diode blocking, or you can call it blocking diode. If it's not in a charge controller, you realize that at night the battery will discharge back to the panel. And that is why solar charge controller does the work. It will block, has a diode that will block it. It's just like a non-returning valve in a mechanical system. So if the water flows through one side, the same water comes back, it cannot be able to flow back. Why? Because the valve will close the way for the water to go back. And that is the work, is one of the major work of solar charge controller. This diode acts like one-way valve, ensuring that energy flows in the correct direction. Now, we are looking at the types of solar charge controller, which I have already mentioned: pulse width modulation and maximum power point tracking. To harvest the maximum energy from the sun. I will advise you to use maximum power point tracking charge controller. Number 2, we have preventing overcharging. Solar charge controller prevents the battery from overcharging, so that once the battery is overcharged, is getting full, the solar charge controller regulates it until once the battery is full, it will cut it off automatically. It will prevents overcharging. Number 2, it will prevent over discharging. To prevent the deep discharge of battery, solar charge controller features a low voltage disconnect function. Low voltage disconnect function. It has a mechanism that disengages load when the battery voltage drops to a certain level, safeguarding against damages and extending battery life in off-grid system. Then number 3, you see the blocking reverse current, as I earlier said. Number 4 is load control. Number 5, the importance and benefits of solar charge controller. Now, we are looking at a connection of the solar charge controller. This is charge controller. In the charge controller, you will see there are some things that you will actually notice when you get a solar charge controller. In this case, you may not see it clearly, but I want to show it to you here so that you have a vivid understanding of what we are talking about. You can see the solar charge controller. At this point, you see this is a sign of panel, and it's in between two terminals, positive and negative. The first two terminals, positive and negative, in between, you see solar panel drawing. They draw solar panel here. Number 3 is positive and negative. You see the drawing, a symbol for battery, and that is this. These two terminals. Then number 3, you see the load. Positive and negative, that is the load. And that is why it's connected to the bulb and the fan. Bulb and fan now is a DC load that you are using, as you can see it. You see it clearly. Solar panel. Do you see how it's connected? This is 12 volts charge controller. Because the battery here is 12 volts, the panel is 12 volts, and the feeding, it gives you the output. So from this now, you can confidently connect charge controller for the customers. Follow us as we continue in this training. And don't forget to subscribe. And you see the benefit in it, don't forget to like and share to other groups through WhatsApp or any means, so that they can benefit from this channel also. Thank you.